Hey everybody, in today's tutorial I wanted to recreate something that I saw on DeviantArt. I don't know how I came across it, but it was these adorable little plushies that a woman named Allison Dean made for Anime Fest. They were so cute, and I picked out a few to try to recreate with my favorite die in the world, the Curvy Keepsake box. So I'm going to make 5 of these for you today, my 5 favorite. Beginning with the bear, I cut 2 pieces with the Curvy Keepsake box die out of Early Espresso, and you'll need to line up the like sides across from each other. Of course, now that I made those little light favor boxes, all I can see when I look at these die cuts are those little Christmas lights. But I'm going to turn it into a bear. So you line these up, and at first I just barely tack it down because I always flip it over to check and make sure that I have it in the right place, and that lets me wiggle it just a little bit. I'm going to put these together using 2 different kinds of adhesive today. You can use either a liquid glue or a strong adhesive like Tear and Tape. I don't recommend snail or any other lighter adhesive since you're probably going to fill these little boxes in. You want them to hold up. And then I'm just going to put it together. Now, normally you would, if you wanted to take the time, you would kind of break the fibers with your bone folder to make it into that curvy shape. But I'm just going to quickly put these boxes together. Each one takes about 3 minutes. So cute and fun. I have my Project Life pens here, and I've pre-punched a few little items out. I have our small oval. And I'm just going to attach a little tiny triangle for his nose that I just punched the very edge of a piece of black cardstock with the triangle punch, just so I get the very tip. And you'll see me use this on several animals. And then I just draw a little mouth with my Project Life pen, the finer of the 2 tips. And what I thought was so cute about her animals is they had this little Japanese character look about them. I guess that's why she was selling them at Anime Fest, where the eyes are down low next to the mouth. And it was just so charming. So that's what I'm going to do with all of these little critters. And I punched a few round circles for the ears. I'm doing the ears 2 different ways on these various animals. But the little tiny round ears I thought were so cute. And so I just bend a little bit of the circle back just to have something to glue onto the edge of the box. And I'm just doing it with my hand. I'm not scoring it or anything. It just takes a second. And then you can just line that little folded edge up on the edge of the box. And then just let it dry for a second. This glue really dries pretty fast. And then I have even a smaller little circle for his eye, but I do want to add a little light there. So I'm going to grab my white gel pen. And just put a dot in the center. Now these are teeny tiny. I probably should have used my little quick stick to pick these up, but since I'm just making a couple in a row, I'm just going to do it with my hands. And then, like I said, just put his eyes really far down, farther down than you would think. You know, normally you would put them up over their nose, but I think this lends to the cuteness of these little animals. Now, apparently she went to Anime Fest with a bunch of these animals. Unfortunately, she no longer has her Etsy store open, but she went to Anime Fest with these animals and sold like 1 million of them. And then she came back and she put some in her Etsy shop because people were asking about them. So they are so cute. Hers were rectangular, but when I saw them, I instantly thought of the Curvy Keepsake box. Now this one is a little Pikachu, which is so cute. And I'll just let him peek at you while I put his ears on. See what I did there? Now his ears are from the bird punch, just the little leaf. And I punched one in yellow and one in black to give him his little black tipped ears. So cute. Now the next one is a little tiger. This is also yellow cardstock. And I'm going to give him a similar snout to the bear, similar eyes. But then I took our new little birthday candle punch and I cut off the flame part and just cut it into a point to give him these 3 little stripes on his head and make him look like a tiger. And then his ears are very similar to the bear as well. Now you can guess where I'm going with the pink one. He's going to be a little pig. I poked 2 tiny 16th inch holes in the oval to give him a snout, which I thought worked well. And then his ears are from the bird punch as well. Now this one is really my favorite. This one is a panda, and you have to cut an extra piece of black to put on the outside of your white piece so that the front of the panda is white, but all the other sides are black. So just cut one extra. And then he just has a nose. He doesn't have the little snout. But I needed bigger eyes, so I ended up cutting some bigger circles than with the other animals, and then adding a little glint on his eye. And then his ears, again, are the same as the bear and the same as a couple of the other ones. He has tiny ears. But I love the way the box is built. I can make it look like the side of him is black and the front of him is white. How cute is that? Seriously. There's the pig, and they rock a little bit since the back is curved. There's the Pikachu, so cute. There's the tiger, and here's the bear. So I hope you've enjoyed those. Thank you, Allison Dean, for your wonderful idea. And thank you all so much for watching.